join me today on the River Way in Guildford. Got in at Bowes Lock, paddled down the canal section down to this bit, which is part of the natural river, which is I think it's called Triggs, this part, if I remember right. So let's check it out. They've been against the wind. It's the first bit of calm I've had all day. Heading up this, I'm guessing this bit of the natural river here. Not been up here before. There was a sign saying no boats, no mooring, private fishing. Yeah, whatever. Let's just have a look up here, see where it goes. Hopefully, it means I'll miss out a lock. Let's see. Got up the end of the river, there's a massive weir, so I had to get out to the left of it and then drag it across this field here, about 200 metres. Now I think I've got to go that way. The wind's blowing that way, so I'm guessing it's that way home. See what they've done. The bank's falling away, so they've bodged a ramp. Different. Sleepers are rotten.